Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Reactor, and this is Quinn. And today's article comes from BBC.com and says douche bank headquarters raided over money laundering.
I, Money laundering? Isn't that what they do? Is launder people's money from other countries?
Yeah, I guess launder.
Maybe I'm misinformed, but I thought that's
Launder
the whole point of their bank.
I think launder implies illegal.
I know they have a
Shuffle.
better word for it over at their bank, but it's more, you're a criminal, you take some money, you float it through a couple accounts, it gets to their bank, you're fine.
Yeah,
Escape the country and then
bounce it through 1,000 different banks, so it's hard to follow. I don't
Right.
know. No, but they use like Cayman Island banks and stuff like that because, as far as I know, the reason they do that is because in like these offshore banks, they don't give you a name for the account. They give the account a number. So
Right.
it's like your name's not even connected to it.
That's-
If you
yeah.
knew a billionaire's Cayman Island number, you call them and say, transfer the money to this bank. As long as you had the password and stuff like that, you don't have to identify yourself really, I guess.
Right,
Because they don't want their identity on the bank. 'Cause it's
Sneaky.
all illegal stuff.
Sure.
The Frankfurt headquarters of Douche Bank have been raided by prosecutors in a money laundering investigation. Germany's public prosecutor alleged that two staff members have helped clients launder money from criminal activities. Police cars were seen outside the tower blocks that house the headquarters of Germany's biggest bank. 5 other douche offices in the city were searched in an operation involving about 170 police and officials. Prosecutors are looking into whether douche bank staff helped clients set up offshore accounts to transfer money from criminal activities.
That's what I thought they were supposed to do, is
Yeah,
help
isn't
you
that like a-
set up the offshore account to
No.
not launder, but
No, they don't help you. They're not supposed to launder money, but I guess there could be like some bad eggs in the bank doing this. Is that what they're saying?
right. I
Right.
think the word they would use is assist you in setting up an offshore account to allocate the
Oh.
funds to the douche
No,
bank.
I think it's like the billionaires have like accountants or they know people who know how to set up the
Oh,
banks.
yeah, of
you
course.
Don't
Well,
you don't go to Bank of
right.
America
No, I mean,
and say, how do I hide this money?
they know like this Eddie guy around the corner that you go down to like the sub basement and he hooks you up with the ID and the paperwork, and then you can work to get the
Or you
offshore
just-
account.
I imagine you just call these banks because it's easy to figure out what countries have these offshore type bank things.
Right. Seems like they'd be everywhere at this point.
Prosecutors are looking into whether douche bank staff helped clients set up offshore accounts to transfer money from criminal activities. The investigation, which began in August, focuses on activities between 2013 and the start of 2018. In 2016 alone, more than 900 customers were served by a douche bank subsidiary registered in the British Virgin Islands, generating a volume of 311 million euros, the prosecutors allege. So, I guess, yeah, there were people, I mean, bankers understand how to do all this stuff.
Right.
So I guess what they're saying are there are employees who know how to do it, and we're helping people do it.
Right.
But it wasn't actually the douche bank that was doing it. It was their employees.
Right.
The investigation was sparked by revelations in the 2016 Panama Papers. An enormous amount of information leaked from a Panamanian law firm called Mossack Fonseca. I remember the Panama Papers. I didn't really look too far into it, but it was like a bunch of wealthy people, like big name celebrities and stuff like that, were using Panama companies. They're starting companies in Panama or something. Yeah, whatever. Douche shares fell 3% after news of the raid emerged. The bank confirmed that police had raided several locations in Germany and that it was cooperating fully with the probe. Yeah, so you can't really blame the bank.
Right.
Paperwork and electronic documents were seized by officials during the raids on the bank's properties. Was this their properties? Douche Bank's headquarters in Frankfurt occupied 2 towers.
Nice property.
Yeah, they got money,
Yeah.
obviously. The biggest bank in Germany.
They put their 311 million to good use, apparently.
Douche has been connected with another huge money laundering scandal at Denmark's Danske Bank.
Well spoken.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that. Earlier this month, Douche confirmed it was involved in processing payments for the Danish bank in Estonia. An internal investigation by Danske found that about 200 billion euros of payments were funneled through its Estonian branch. That's a lot of money, 200 billion.
Yeah, I just got a little aroused.
The Danish bank said many of those payments were suspicious. Douche said it had terminated its relationship with Danske in 2015 after identifying suspicious activity. So why are they making Douche the topic of the headline when it looks like the Danish bank is the one that's suspicious as hell.
The Danes look like they were participating in just as much fraudulent illegal activity as anyone else.
Yeah. Fines and sanctions. Deutsche Bank has been sanctioned in the past for failing to tackle money laundering. In September, Germany's financial regulator ordered the bank to take further action to prevent money laundering and terrorism financing. It also appointed an independent auditor to monitor Deutsche Bank's efforts over 3 years. So they're under watch and all kinds of stuff. Like,
I mean, money laundering, terrorism financing, isn't that going a bit far? I mean, let's see some proof.
yeah, well, I mean, billionaires from the Middle East use banks.
Right.
I guess I don't know. I really don't understand the ins and outs of having 200 billion. I know the FDIC only insures like 250,000, which is compared to
It's not enough when you're
how many 250,000 can you fit into a billion? A lot. So how many different accounts are you going to need? That's insane.
I know. Right?
I think they usually invest it in like stocks and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Under the scheme, clients illegally moved 10 billion out of Russia via shares bought and sold through the bank's Moscow, London, and New York offices.
10 billion in Russia. You know, taking a look at some of the photos and video I see of Russia, like, you should keep that 10 billion there and maybe like fix up the buildings and make some nice parks and stuff.
I don't think they look that bad in Russia. The trouble with authorities comes at a time when Douche continued to face problems with its business. Pre-tax profits for the 3 months to September fell 45% to 506 million euros compared with the same period last year. Chief Executive Christian Suig, who took over in April, has been shedding jobs and making other cost cuts in an attempt to revive the bank's performance. However, investors have yet to be been won. However, investors have yet to be been won over by this efforts, and Douche shares have halved this year. I don't know.
That's my new favorite saying is "Be Benoit."
Be Benoit.
I'm gonna name.
Like, I
if
wasn't
I
sure
have
if it
a
was
kid,
me.
I'm gonna name it "Be Benoit."
Am I having trouble reading this, or is it just weird?
It's. I think.
It just doesn't.
I think it's just written a little poorly.
Yet to be been won. Yet to have been won. Yeah, they did an editing in there and they messed up. They forgot to delete the word "been."
Right.
Yeah.
Bean.
So, I don't know. This isn't even Douche Bank's fault. It sounds like Douche Bank is trying to do everything they can to cooperate, and then they had rogue employees, and then the Danish bank was doing all the bad stuff.
Douche Bank legally launders money at the risk of making them sound criminal. They do help people allocate money from wherever the hell they got it into their bank.
Yeah.
Maybe they were using some illegal means. Certain employees. I'm sure those employees are gone. You're safe to allocate your money from whatever criminal enterprise you want and use the bank. It's fine. You can do that.
And what I kind of don't understand, like I said, I don't know much about being a billionaire, but is there a reason that you, like, are Germans the ones using the German bank? You know? I don't understand the idea of using foreign banks. I mean, except for, like, tax breaks and stuff like that, but, like, if you're making your money in America, you probably don't want to pay taxes to move your money to other countries. I feel like you would have to pay taxes to move the money.
Right. Unless
So
it's just so much money. It's such an obscene amount that you don't mind the loss because you don't want to be messed with by,
you know, I think it's possible that in America we insure 250K federally from the government, but maybe other countries insure more than that.
Right.
You know, like, say, for example, if Germany insured like 10 million per account, then that would be a reason you would want your money in there because you have less accounts.
Serious.
But I mean, if you had, say you had $1 billion and you said to Bank of America, hey, I want to store my money with you, I imagine they would say, yeah, sure, and they would just open 1,000 accounts for you, or however many you needed. Because, I mean, yeah, sure, more accounts, but okay, let's do it, and we'll put all of your accounts into one file and consider it your account.
I've always wondered with those banks, if the person becomes deceased, what happens to that number? What happens to their account? And what's the statute of limitations on when that bank can seize that money?
You know what? If like I was saying about the Cayman Islands or the Virgin Islands, they give you a number,
right?
And your name's not connected to it. How would your family even claim that? They would have to know. I imagine rich people have accountants or money managers, who would be able to. Yeah, that's probably
Right.
what it is. Like, the family is all involved with this money manager guy or a team of money managers, because you wouldn't want one guy. You wouldn't want to rely on one guy not to rob you. right?
Right. I mean, what if that guy dies? You know, who's going to take his place?
So they probably have a team of money managers. I don't know. This is stupid. I don't blame the German bank.
No, I want to learn a little more about it.
Maybe when I'm a billionaire, I'll
Yeah.
figure it all out. Yeah, you have anything else you want to say? Yep, that's it for the article. If you enjoyed it, let us know by giving it a thumbs up. What do you think? I mean, there's not much to think about this. It seems like they have it all in order.
It's an open and shut case.
Yeah.
Somebody messed up, bank's still running.
Criminals exist, and they exist all over in different types of jobs.
Crime
yeah.
pays just as well as regular work, but
all know it's better.
It's all in the opinion, really.
But other than that, check our description for our Patreon link if you want to help us, and thanks for watching.